Prosecutors have charged singer Chris Brown with 2 felonies, including assault.
Allegations of domestic violence.
Much more serious, much more violent.
Grammy Award nominee has just posted bail on criminal threat charges.
I think I was about 15, the first time we actually met. It was at a show, I think it's Z100, a show in New York. And we were, and I've been hearing her, met like her music and stuff from, you know, the radio. It was a big #1 hit. And I was just sitting there, I was like, man, okay, cool. I want to see what she looked like. I want to meet her. I seen her video, I was like, oh, she cute. So, you know, I saw her at the show, and she was like, hey, what's up, how you doing? And she had an accent. And I was like, never heard that before. That kind of sound good, you know what I'm saying? So I said, you know what? Let me talk to her and see what she's talking about. Just be cool with her. We exchange information and stuff like that. And through passing, we would be on the same shows. She would always, would perform and then would go sit in the crowd. She watched my show, so I was, nervous. I was like, do she like me? I didn't know if she liked me or not, but I was just like, she really watching the show, so she actually must like my music. So from there, you know, we just became friends, kicking. Nothing too serious, but we just had, you know, a good understanding of each other.
What's all these dating rumors, Chris? Yes, no?
I would just keep it as we just doing our thing, just having fun.
You know, just one day I remember it was right before our VMA performance. Me and her did the VMA performance, my first ever one. It was a couple months before that, and I remember staying over her house, and I was just looking like, man, what we doing? And she was just like, what you mean? I was like, I'm always over here, we like each other, obviously. Let's just do it. Let's just be boyfriend and girlfriend. She started laughing. She said, you ain't serious. I don't think you want to do that. And I was like, why? And she was like, no. You ain't ready. And I was like, no, I am. I think I'm ready, for real. And so then I remember, I was like, I think I love you. She was looking at me like, what? Did I say the word? You know, so, you know, at that time when we did the VMAs, it was more we kept our relationship secret. So we had been together for maybe I want to say 8 months prior. So it was we just kept it to ourselves. We didn't want everybody to know. We just wanted it, you know, just to be like, okay, if they guess it, they guess it. But right now, we love each other, so I really don't care about everybody else. So we did the show, and it was that moment when you got a chance to say, okay, yeah, they're dating, they're talking. At that moment, she had the biggest records out, was going crazy. And me, I still was going strong with all my records and new stuff. When we got a chance to do that show, it was kind of like both of us being able to show the world, hey, we both are dope, talented artists, and we both, you know, are gonna make a mark in this world. It was like a fairy tale.
To see Rihhana and Chris when they first started dating, it was magical, you know? And those two, they were kind of inseparable, you know? You would hear about them being in the studio, you would hear, you know, they're coming into the club together, and it was just an energy.
At that time in our career, being that young, being naive, gullible, but also just happy, just wanting to be everywhere. I mean, it was no other feeling like it. But with her, with Rhea, it was just our power that we had at that age, it's dangerous, man. You could go anywhere. We couldn't go to a hotel and not have 1,000 fans outside waiting. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't go to any restaurant and just eat. Real life rock stars at 16 and 17 years old. Man, that's dangerous because you could do whatever you want. I just think we were the perfect, and bad combination. It was just good and bad together. It just, I want to say maybe a year and a half into the relationship with Rihhana, I really was serious about it. You know, I was always goofy about everything else being a young kid, but the maturity level I had and my beliefs of what I wanted with my girlfriend, you know what? I want to marry you, but I want before, you know, we go any further, I just want to be able to be honest and be completely real with you about everything if you've ever had a question about or a doubt about. She had asked me right when we first started dating, hey, you ever mess with this person? And this person, she worked for me at the time. And I said, nah, man, you know what it is. Just, you know, I brushed it to the side. One, I didn't want her knowing my business. Two, I just didn't know who she would tell if I tell her what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? So around the 8th month or maybe a little bit after that VMA performance, I just broke it to her. I said, hey, I want to marry you, but I want to be real with you. I want to be honest with you and tell you, you know, everything. This is what it is. Before we were together, me and this other girl did have sex. my trust totally was lost with her. You know what I'm saying? She hated me. Like, after that, I tried everything. Like, she didn't care. Like, she just didn't trust me after that. From there, it just went downhill because, you know, it would be fights, it would be verbal fights, physical fights as well, mutual sides, and this is the first time I get to say anything. And like I said, I still love Rihhana, but I'm just gonna be honest. We would fight each other. She would hit me, I would hit her. But it never was okay. It was always a point to where we talk about it like, yo, what the fuck are we doing? Like, I don't like that. I don't like you slapping me. If I go on stage, I got a scratch on my face, and I gotta explain it like, oh, no, I fell, or like, or if you got a scar or whatever, or a bruise, you gotta put makeup on it. I feel like shit. Like I'm not ever trying to put my hands on any female.
Anger or whatever, you have to walk away from the situation. Never, ever put your hands on anyone.
You know, that was his girl, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know, what he went through it was like a test. And it wasn't so much of the situation. I think it was just a test in life.
I was just like Chris. I was very successful at a young age, and when you're really successful, I was taught that can't should be a foreign language to you. A no should be a foreign language to you. You shouldn't be able to understand the language of no, or you can't.
Like me, I felt like a fucking monster.
20-year-old pop star Rihhana is the woman involved in the alleged domestic violence assault case.
I lost my best friend. Like, everything I knew switched, and I couldn't control that. So I had to deal with that, and that's not easy for me to understand.
7 years ago, when I was about 17, 18, you know, the whole Rihhana incident happened. And, you know, a lot of that changed my life. And that night at that Clive Davis party, that I made sure the person that I was involved with before, I said, hey, you can't come around to these places. And the person comes in, comes right to the table, say, hey, what's up, y'all? And I already know it's an issue, so I say, hey, cool, and I keep it, and they keep it moving and leave. I look over at Rihhana, and she's bawling, she's just crying. In the middle of the ceremony about to start, she's just crying, and I'm like, yo, please, babe, don't do this. Like, don't do this in here. Like I didn't know, I promise, I swear to God, I didn't know. So she got over it, she started drinking a little bit, we both were drinking a little bit. I think we was tipsy, laughing, joking, you know, and then we left.
And Juan, just a few hours ago, we saw Chris Brown drive off. According to sources, the alleged fight broke out inside a Lamborghini that was located at Hancock Park.
As you know, young relationships, any relationship is based on trust, but because I told her that, she didn't trust me with anything. So I would give her the option of, oh, you can look at my phone. So I gave her the phone. She looks at the phone, and there's a message, and it says, kill the Grammys.